Locally Owned Murfreesboro, the podcast. The people and the stories behind what makes Murfreesboro matter.
Where we get to know the people you need to know in and around the borough. Good morning, Murfreesboro.
Wow, that's totally Robin Williams.
Yep, I was going for that.
Back again with another episode. Getting close to 100.
That's right. We're so close to 100. I feel like such a big kid.
You accomplished something. Yay!
Hold on, kids. So we're excited for another episode today. We have a special guest. We have Nathaniel Holzmann, who does stuff that I don't comprehend.
So we're going to learn something.
We're all going to learn something. He writes software, has a team, his business. He's the brains behind the writing of stuff.
Sure. That's great.
Tell us the name of your business.
So the name of the business is Low Code Road.
Okay.
And we build custom inventory management software.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So there's some business owners right now. They're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's cool.
Yep. That's the goal.
Low Code Road.
And what we do is we come into businesses that are getting too big for their Excel spreadsheets.
Ooh.
So
which is pretty much every business.
Which is every business.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's one or two people keeping track of all the stuff that you need to do, Excel's great. When it gets to be like 10, 15 employees and you're dealing with more than $1 million in revenue, Excel is no longer your friend. It is your enemy.
Yeah.
It is holding you back from growth.
Because Excel doesn't automate.
It does not automate.
Yeah.
It does not allow you to effectively manage your processes. At this point, in a business's growth, they need to systematize their processes.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no good solutions out on the market to do that.
Gotcha. So now we're going to learn.
Well, how did you come up with this? I'm just thinking all the things, like how this process came
Absolutely.
about.
Great question. So just like any process, any growth, you're like, okay, what do I do? So we've been doing low code development for 10 years. It's a type of software development that doesn't require a programmer. I could teach you both how to be citizen developers.
Not likely. I'm just kidding.
But we can teach people how to build their own software.
So that's what low code is.
That's what low code is. If you're familiar with WordPress, it allows you to build websites without needing to know HTML or CSS or JavaScript or PHP. Well, I can do software.
I low code. How about it?
That's right.
Oh my gosh. I WordPress.
So we build software just like WordPress allows you to build websites. We build software using that kind of low code or no code technologies.
That is easier on.
It's easier on the pocketbook because the time is so much shorter. Because I can build it a lot faster, and we've got the skill set and abilities in my team. So instead of, you're looking at about $250,000 to build custom inventory management systems using traditional software.
Whoa. Okay.
We do it for about 1/10 of that.
Wow. Okay.
So what are the types of businesses you work with? Just because
so there's great question. Marissa, you've got all the great questions so far this morning.
She's the nerdy one. Yeah.
So I would say there's two answers. The first one is, if you're building a widget and every time you're building the same widget, you don't need us, right? But if you're building custom cabinetry or you're building, you're doing electrical installs or you're doing other things where it's project-based, it's unique, it's something that you're doing every time and it's different every time.
Right.
Right. Which a lot of companies do.
Yeah.
That's where we come in because traditional inventory management systems don't allow you to do the project management and the inventory management at the same time.
So like
scissors.
Ron Young just came to mind, where he does, those installs, and he's specific to each place.
Right.
It's different for each place because he wants to meet the need of each place.
That's
So
right. That's where we would
okay.
come in and help him solve that.
Mhm.
that
Nice.
problem.
Okay.
And again, if he's not using Excel, he's got some other solution. Great,
Right.
But those are the types of people that we want to talk with.
Right.
Mhm.
It's help
And
you
that's
get
a
out of
lot.
that.
That's a lot of small businesses because we cater to the individual customer.
That's right. That's
Boom.
right.
Aha.
Yep.
You learned.
I'm learning.
You
I'm
are.
learning.
Goal accomplished.
That's right.
Yes.
No, I want to learn some more. Okay.
All right. So,
So-
I'm gonna flip it on its head and answer
Okay.
Marissa's question a little bit further
Okay.
and say there's a lot of other companies and organizations out there that are doing work that you don't think about as inventory,
Mhm.
but it's still inventory. So a
Mm.
great example, we built a system for a nonprofit out in Africa. They're called the African Sisters Educational Cooperative, and ASEC is what the abbreviation is. And so they work with African Catholic charity sisters, right, nuns, and give them higher education. They provide college and graduate level educational classes for these sisters.
Wow.
And so, in order to track all of their sisters and where the sister is in their educational journey, and tracking all of the donations and work that's coming in, as well as the product that's going out, in other words, the educations
Right.
that they're providing,
Right.
we built them a system to do that
Whoa.
because it's custom software.
Gotcha.
But
now they can manage
oh
it.
my gosh, they can manage it, and they're tracking all, and the work that these women are doing in Africa is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
And
like
so-
Excel plus all these other things. Because
Ex-
I could see where someone is starting out, oh, I'm going to manage this Excel sheet of all the sisters, and then have a
Yeah.
column of like, what their specialty is, their address,
That's right.
and then like what's course they're taking, or like did they
Yes.
complete it, and then you have
Yes.
this many tabs on one Excel spreadsheet, and
Yes.
how do you?
That's what we come in and find a lot of businesses are doing,
Yeah.
is using using these 50 tab, 100 tab spreadsheets
Right.
to run their entire business.
Sounds like my brain.
And
Sounds like an event I've done with 50 tabs, and they all intertwine.
they
and
all intertwine, and it's extremely risky, because if something goes wrong with the spreadsheet, or someone screws it up, or God forbid a part gets deleted and it's not backed up properly, you're in a world of hurt.
Yikes.
So that's where we come in and provide
Very cool.
systems to allow the company to continue to grow.
Wow. I feel like my brain is heavy right now. Let's get to my side of things.
Yes, please.
Nathaniel. I'm the relational one.
Awesome.
Tell us, how did you get here to Middle Tennessee? So you're in
my
Laverne?
gosh. Yes, I'm
Okay.
in Laverne.
Okay.
So my wife and I, we moved to Laverne. Oh, I don't know, 7 years ago. We've been in Middle Tennessee almost 20 years.
Nice.
I came down for work. I got hired to be the director of operations and information technology for a small company, and was working there through a number of different startups, I want to say ownership changes. And then I moved into project management and software, like managing the software side. At the one company, I was doing all the IT infrastructure, managing telephones and networks and all that stuff, managing the tech support team. It was a small company. And then also managing their offshore developers. And so when I left that company, the question is, okay, what's the next step for me and my family? And at that point, we had 7 kids. And so I needed something that would pay the bills. And, all the entry level positions I was looking at did not. But managing software developers was a thing that was really, really big. So I was able to leverage that experience into other positions with other companies. And then, like I said, we've been doing low code for about 10 years. My wife was doing most of it while taking care of the kids, but it got her out of the diapers and that stuff. And it was a part-time job. And then it slowly grew into a small team. And then 2 years ago, I moved away from the project management and started doing this full time.
Nice. What's your wife's name?
Bridget.
Bridget. So Bridget carried the load, and then
Carried
it's
the
like, let's
load.
do it.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
And just earlier this year, I fired her. And
Yes!
she gave me a big hug and said thank you.
Oh,
Awesome.
So she's no longer involved with the company in day-to-day operations, but she's still my executive,
Board of
sounding
directors.
Board of directors.
yes,
sounding
she's
board
chair
as
of the
well. Yes.
board. Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So,
Very cool. Good job, Bridget. Way to step away. So that's how you got here.
yeah.
And so, have you always been involved in IT? Did you go to school for IT?
Yeah, no, of course not.
No.
No, my degree in university was international business. Yep. And
Where'd you go to school?
Bradley in Peoria, Illinois.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So we did that. And the big thing though was, okay, I was always into computers.
Right.
Back in the 80s, I was working with my dad and we were building computers. So, 86, 85, we had computers in our house, which was, and this was like 286, 8086s, 286s.
Yeah,
These,
Xerox is what we had. Yep.
I had an Apple IIe first, my first computer.
Oh.
So we got the floppy disks, the 5 1/4.
Yeah.
All those kinds of things. AOL online diskettes.
Yeah.
And CDs. Yeah. So so I want to say technology and IT stuff has been in my blood.
Yeah.
From growing up. But and so it was just a natural progression.
Got it.
Got me into this.
The interest. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. So you've been doing this for a while with Low Code
Yes.
Road. What would you consider as like your biggest struggle?
Oh, good grief. I think the biggest struggle is communicating to people that this exists, right? This is a pain point that people don't even know they have.
Yeah.
It's like that ache or that pain. You're like, well, I don't know what else to do. And they know Excel because everyone has a spreadsheet program on their computer,
right?
Whether it's numbers or Excel, or now you've got cloud-based stuff. But there's no other than like NetSuite or the big companies that are out there. Like I said, those are hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's nothing in this middle market,
stuff like that.
Yeah, SharePoint, Oracle, all those big ones, but there's nothing in the middle between the small and the really big.
Gotcha.
Right.
And that's where Low Code Road fits in.
That's where Low Code Road fits in. So getting people to be aware that there's a solution, and as soon as they hear about it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I got to get that." Right. And a lot of people can think of, "Oh, yeah, I know someone who could use that." But getting in front of those people, because they're so busy running their business, right? They don't have time, and that's the thing that we give people back is we give them back time.
That sounds amazing.
I think all systems and processes give people time, but it's a matter of finding it that works for them. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, every time
I need like a low code road because I'm only me and maybe one other person, but we have to navigate these tools online. Like, okay, is Excel, is Asana or project management software the best for us? Like, what's going to work for me and my team?
That's right.
When it's so nuanced, because we all do different things.
Everyone does different things. So we can definitely work with, smaller organizations. It is very tough though, because Asana and some of these other project management systems are really great. Monday.com, those are great solutions. But even those are stopgap. When you start getting into, I want to say the medium enterprise level, the small enterprise, the medium business level.
Yeah.
Those aren't going to scale as well, especially when you're dealing with inventory.
Right.
So that's the niche. But then we end up building CRM, project management, all of those other things that go around the inventory system for these companies.
Right.
And it becomes their single point of truth.
Oh,
I like that. Single point of truth.
I love
That's
that.
the goal.
Yeah, every time I sit down to start a process, I just get overwhelmed with everything involved in the process.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I just need somebody to hold my hand. You can do it. You could do it, Missy. Very cool. So, as much as we like to talk about struggles, because a lot of the times we're all going kind of through the same things, what
Yes.
about biggest win? What would you say is your biggest win for your business?
Oh, I think firing my
I knew that was coming.
wife.
Like how much like I just see the genie from Aladdin, phenomenal power.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, it was
Was that a mutual decision?
it was semi-mutual. It's a little bit stressful to let things go, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
If it's your
tell
baby,
me more. Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
your baby, it's hard to let go.
Yes.
And
100%.
so that was the thing, is I had to come in and say, no, it's time for you to step out. So that's I want to say that would probably be the biggest, most recent win,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
is just letting her go and
Yeah.
saying, nope, go ahead and spend time with the kids. They're all in high school now. We've
Aw.
got 3 out of high school and 4 left in high school. So
Wow.
yeah, it's a full house.
Do you have twins?
Nope.
Oh wow. So is it like every level?
Yes,
9 through 12.
9 through 12, and then we have 3 that are out of college.
And do
or
they
in high college
they
age.
go to Rutherford County schools?
Yeah, they all attend Central
Okay.
and Rutherford County Virtual School.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. I am the last of 7, so
So you know
God
exactly
be
what
with you. No,
Thank you.
don't know what that was like at all. There was 5, and then there was me and my
Oh,
brother. So
okay.
I feel like I was an only kid for a while, but yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Well, Bridget, enjoy it. Enjoy
Yes.
it. And then we like to ask you, what is one thing that you haven't already said that you wish people knew about your business?
I think, good grief, this is a technology that is going to change the world.
Mm.
This is a technology that low code and no code, just like you know how WordPress back in the early 2000s, it's a wild west for the internet,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And there were lots of different, I mean, who remembers MySpace? But
I do.
you do, I do, but there's a lot of
That's where I
people
met my
on-
husband.
Wow.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a different story. I'd love to hear it sometime.
Okay.
Other than changing your world, it didn't change
It wasn't.
anybody
There wasn't
else's
online
world.
That's right.
dating. So yeah.
So-
Anyways, he liked my HTML code.
I love it.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No, we met online. Come on, Missy.
Just teasing. Just teasing. Anyway, so back MySpace,
So
it was
it was a Wild West.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
internet was Wild West. It was really early. And low code and no code technologies are very much the Wild West today. So there are tons and tons of startups. I get LinkedIn offers and connections at least once a week from people saying, hey, I've got this great new low code tool. Would you check it out? So there's lots and lots and lots of people trying to start
To
businesses
harness
to harness this technology.
Yeah.
Because it is going to be the next level thing. I mean,
Gotcha.
AI is amazing, but if you're trying to build software, you still need tools, and
Right.
low code and no code are the tools that are in. Until we get to the point where AI can actually run my business for me,
Yeah.
you're still going to need software.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
and that's quite a ways away.
Well, I am excited to know that I know low code. I
Yes,
didn't
you do.
create low code. I can harness
Yes.
low code with WordPress.
Mhm.
I was interested. I thought I had no idea that low code was a thing. I was like, how do you come up with the name Low Code Road? Because it's low code. Okay.
Yep.
See, I learned so many things today.
Yeah.
So many things.
I consider myself well versed in tech speak, and I didn't know that. So
Yay.
pretty good.
Like I said, that's the thing that I wish people would know more,
It's
is that there's this tool available that can solve your pain points,
Mhm.
and
it's not rocket science.
it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's really, really attainable. It's learnable, and that's what I've got a company here to do.
Right.
And we're hiring our 10th person next week.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
You fired one and you hired one.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Cool.
So I personally would like to say that, like, knowing that it's there,
Mhm.
I think, as you said, was your biggest struggle. Like, how many people can benefit from this? You know, we own businesses that are just us and the helper when we need it, but yeah, that's huge. That is definitely something we
Yeah.
all should take away. There's time that can be saved, stress and anxiety that can be saved with a simple software. And I'm assuming you guys help when there's trouble.
yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
lots of hand holding. Okay. I said I like
Absolutely.
that. Okay.
Hand holding and teaching.
Good
You know,
deal.
we're gonna teach people exactly how to use their own system.
Nice.
Right. So
Which is important.
it's exactly right. And that's the big thing is people know Excel, and so they're gravitate to something they know.
Yeah.
Well, let's get you a different tool that's going to be better for you, and
Yeah.
we'll teach you how to use it too.
Yeah.
Right.
And to be fair, I don't think a lot of people really know how to use Excel.
True.
They just like that it has little formulas you can plug in
Yep.
that you can Google how to use.
Yeah. Right.
My husband is a master at Excel, and I thought I was smart until he was like, "Oh, all you got to do is blah 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 blah." So yeah, that's good to know. So not only can you remove that, but you can have your handheld and reach out when you have trouble. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I think that's a good stopping point to hear from our sponsor, Cultivate Coworking. Cultivate Coworking is a welcoming community offering an alternative office space for independent workers, freelancers, nonprofits, and small business owners. Our goal is to help small business owners and independent workers grow their business and create a useful, lively network of like-minded professionals in the Murfreesboro area. Visit cultivatecoworking.com for more information. All right. It's time for our Cultivate Coworking This or That segment.
You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is where it's at.
Gosh, no, we do not need a
Yeah,
video of
like
us
play it in the
going
background.
blah, blah, blah. Negative. Stop motion clay, maybe. I don't know. Well, thanks to Cultivate Coworking for sponsoring our segment, This or That. This is rapid fire. We just throw these things out to you.
Get to know you better.
Yep.
Go ahead, Missy.
Ketchup or ranch?
Ranch.
Okay.
Nice. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Plans or surprises?
Ooh, plans.
Like it.
I knew that was.
Did you know that was coming?
Yeah.
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 Start work late or leave work early?
Oh, start work. Oh, I'd say leave work early.
Yes.
Spend time with the kids.
There
Yeah,
you go.
good one.
Leave work early. I like it. Very cool. Marissa,
Yes.
are you ready?
I'm ready for the be present nugget of wisdom. All right, today's is brought to you by Robin Sharma. Life is too short to have tiny dreams.
Ooh.
So no Excel sheets. Let's go low code.
Life's too short for Excel. Okay, I like that.
We're halfway through the first month of Q4, and by the time you listen to this, it'll be the end of Q4.
Yep.
So
It's resolution time.
yeah, we're already talking about planning for next year.
Yep.
It's like
Dream
October.
big.
Amen.
I like that. Dream big.
So this is your reminder. If you haven't started your goals for 2024, make sure you put them down. Write 'em.
Absolutely.
Write them
Speak 'em.
down.
Speak them into existence. I feel like this is an example with this low code thing, like us not knowing about it,
Yep.
even being really plugged into the tech world. I mean, not on the code side, but I think talking about these things will help not only you but other people in the industry of tech
Absolutely.
to understand that there are. I mean, I think there's a lot of businesses out there that like do things that help people save time, and we're not talking about them. We're stuck in the olden days.
Olden days.
Like even
Yikes.
planning events, like they're just like, oh, I'm going to do it myself. And you're like, no, there are people that do
Yeah.
that.
do that. There
Yeah,
are.
there are.
Yeah.
Here's my frame. Yeah, that's big. So dream big, share your dreams, let somebody hold you accountable.
And talk to people at the coffee shop.
Absolutely.
That's where-
Right.
Interestingly,
knew?
talked to him after. I did. I talked to him a little bit. Before.
Nice. Never
Had
knew.
no idea.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So Nathaniel, tell us, how do we find Low Code Road on all the interwebs?
Do a Google search. if you search for low code, LOWCODEROAD, low code road, we're gonna show up.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Yep.
That's important because I have to tell this joke for Josh Griffin. Where's the best place to hide a body? On the 3rd page of Google.
That's right.
Because no one will look there.
Yeah.
May even be 2nd page of Google now.
It's the second.
Oh!
Google, the problem is that Google's so good at getting you exactly what you want that you don't go to the 2nd page.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's psychic.
We're so good at thinking we know what.
Well, and I think people, this is another topic. People think that they show up on the first page because they always go to their website. And it'll show up on the first
Oh my
page because
gosh.
you visit it a lot.
That's right.
I
But
did that
that's
the other
not-
day. I did a search for an orthopedic place thinking it's the only one in town, and 3 things down. I was like, whoa, somebody's smart. They got up above. Yeah. Because I clicked on it. I was like, that's not what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da. Very cool. Low Code Road.
Yes.
Do you have a tagline?
I
c-
don't.
I kind of
remember
want
it.
to. I kind of want to sing.
Oh, no.
I won't do it. I won't
No.
do it because that's what I thought of. I was like, we
I
could do a
know,
jingle
me
with,
too.
with Low Code Road.
Don't
Anyway,
sing it. No.
Okay, I won't.
We'll have a copyright.
No earworms today. Nathaniel, we're so glad that you came
Well,
and you
thank
get
you
to tell
both very
people what
much.
you're doing.
Yeah.
If you are listening and you need help, reach out to Nathaniel. If you are listening and you visit a small business that you know needs help, reach out to Nathaniel and help them save some time, some energy, some stress, and anxiety, and let the software do the work for you.
Mhm.
Nothing against Excel, but you're a
They
big
might
kid
even
now.
save some money if they're paying for those high ticket items because they think that that's all that there is.
Oh, sure. Yeah, if you're paying for the big time. Yeah,
Oh my
good call.
gosh. Oh my
Good
Mhm.
call. 1/10 of the price, you said. 1/10. So check out, see if that's something he can help you with, see if you can save some money. We definitely can save some time. And then we look forward to seeing 10 more employees in your future and lots of
Absolutely.
growth. And I hope that Bridget has an amazing time with the kids.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Locally Owned Murfreesboro, the podcast. New episodes every Wednesday on all your favorite podcast platforms. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Locally Owned Borough.